Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Chris Yee.
And we're both Dominion fanatics. And so we're pleased to take a look today at the second edition version of the second expansion. Or was it the third expansion?
The third expansion. Well, Intrigue, I almost called it Integrity. That was weird. Intrigue was a standalone, but as an expansion, right?
Yes. Anyway, we're talking about Dominion Seaside second edition. And what we're talking about today is the 9 new cards that were added to this second edition that aren't in the first, and the 9 cards that were taken out of this edition.
Actually, 8 cards taken out.
8 cards taken out.
Yeah, I found that odd. So, hey, you get more value with the second edition box.
It's even not odd. But anyway, if you found 8 odd, I don't know what to tell you, but that's bad math. Anyhow, see how you affected me?
Good job, math teacher.
Anyhow, so we're assuming you already know how to play Dominion. If you don't want to buy this whole expansion here, you can buy just an upgrade pack that just has the new cards in it. So this is really interesting. One of the things that Seaside did was it added duration cards. They're orange cards that continue on to the next turn. They took none of them out of the game, but they added a ton. If you like duration cards, that's all Seaside is right now. So with that being said, let's take a look here. First, we're going to take a look at the cards that they took out of this expansion. So first we have Embargo.
Good riddance.
I never liked this one at all.
No, not particularly. No, it's 2 cost, and then you just make a pile bad.
Yeah, I mean, you put it on someone else's pile, but then that also affects you. Pearl Diver was just monotonous for me. The one thing I liked about Pearl Diver is it costs 2.
Yeah, you buy like more than one of them, you're like, well, this is pointless. So
yeah, you look at the bottom card of your deck, you may put it on top, but that's after you've already drawn the card.
Yes.
So, meh. Now, the Ambassador is a weird one. It's a way to finish the game quickly. Where you like show a card from your hand, you get 2 copies. Oh no, you return 2 copies of it to the supplier. Everyone else gets 1. It's an attack, but it's an attack that requires you to have a crappy card you're getting rid of that you would like everyone else to have.
It's almost like a slow counterattack. You know, like, oh, I have a curse, I get rid of up to 2 curses. Everybody gets a curse. You know, it's interesting, but it's also that idea a lot of early Dominion players are like, why wouldn't I buy copper? You start getting a bunch of coppers fed to you, you're like, got it. So, I liked Ambassador. It's not the worst attack, but...
Right, it's more like an attack you're like, you're a pain in the neck.
Yes.
I'm okay with Navigator being gone because it slows the game down.
Yeah.
You draw 5 cards, put them back in any order. I mean, I guess you could just be like, well, I'm drawing these all next turn.
Right.
But also, you get rid of them all or put them back in any order.
It's too all or nothing for my taste, yeah. I don't buy it very often.
Now, the next one is the biggest change, I think.
I was really surprised they got rid of Pirate Ship.
Out of Seaside. And here's the thing. Pirate Ship is a pain in the neck. And yet, I've never really hated it like I hate most attack cards. And I think because when Pirate Ship comes into a game, I go, I guess we're all playing Pirate Ship. Because you really want to get on. So Pirate Ship gives you 1 for each coin token there. And you get a coin token if you make other people trash treasures. When you play a game of Pirate Ship, treasures start disappearing from people's decks.
Yes.
So the only way to get money, and I played a game, for at least one game for sure, with Pirate Ship one time, where Pirate Ships were basically the only currency anyone had.
Yes. That does happen, because it's in ore. So it's that fun effect of, do I keep digging for more treasure, or do I just accept what I have now? I like the dynamic a lot, but I think that what you said of maybe the cards that kind of slow down the game are kind of what they pulled out of this set.
For sure. And Sea Hag, discard a card or gain a curse, then gain a curse.
On top of the deck. Once again, that curses slow down the game. Sea Hag really slows down the game by guaranteeing that's in your next hand. I won't miss her.
Explorer I liked.
I do a lot, yeah.
Because I like buying provinces early, and it's one of the few games that rewards you for doing it. You get a province, now you start getting gold and silvers.
Right. Well, you get a silver if you don't have a province, you get a gold in hand if you do. And I like that dynamic. It makes having a province in hand. There's a few cards that will do that. You'll give you some little bonus for that. And Explorer is one of them. I always liked it.
And then Ghost Ship is It's another go down to 3 cards, but gives you +2.
Right.
I miss the theming of it, I guess would be the thing here. I'm like, oh man, I like the ghost ship and a pirate ship. I wish they had actually changed the new cards to that, but maybe they have some sort of rule that you can't do that.
Maybe it would cause confusion on the Dominion wikis and stuff, dominionstrategy.org or something. I actually found that website before I found Board Game Geek. That's, because Dominion was my gateway game, yeah.
All right, next, let's take a look at the new cards for Seaside. Now, I'm actually excited about this because I like duration cards. I wish there was more duration cards. I got my wish.
Absolutely.
There is a ton in this, okay, because almost all these are duration.
How about a duration treasure, Tom? How about one of those?
Give me a new combo, I'm in. Okay, so Astrolabe, or is it Astrolabe? Astrolabe, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Whatever this is shooting up into maybe one of my top, I don't know about top 10, but definitely top 20 cards in the game. I really like it.
Just guaranteed money,
one
guaranteed
now,
extra buy.
and one next turn. That's just great.
And it's a treasure, so it doesn't cost an action, and it stays out, and it gives you the plus buy. Yeah.
I'll buy this over a silver any day. Straight up. I like it a lot.
It's so good. It's a silver broken into 2 turns.
Monkey, it's fine. I mean, it's again like, oh, did you draw a card? And I'll tell you what, this is an easy one to forget. Because usually when you play Dominion, better for worse, Dominion's fairly solitary, except when someone attacks you. Some kind of like da. Oh, wait, you drew a card? Oh, I get a card. I don't know how.
Yeah.
It's fine. Sea chart. Reveal the top card of your deck if you have a copy of it in play. Put it in your hand. That's fine. It can get very sea charts on sea charts.
Yeah, it's an okay card. It almost feels like it almost has that little bit of the treasure map effect, but comboing this with treasure map would be really fun, I think. So yeah, okay, but not maybe situational.
Blockade I like. I buy a card, I set it aside. I get the card for free, which is good.
Yeah.
And then I get it in my hand next turn. Into my hand. So first of all, you're getting a card that in your next turn it's in your hand. That's great already.
Right.
And then if anyone else buys it, they get a curse.
This is the embargo effect, but tied to a really good card
Yes.
now. And it's limited to a price of 4, so you can't basically embargo the provinces. You know what I mean? Like the good cards that everyone's going to buy. I think
You can
blockades are really
embargo
smart.
silver, though. I don't know. Or if you see someone keep buying the same card over and over, be like, you're going to stop that nonsense.
Yes.
Sailor gives you an extra action. When you gain a duration, you can play it, which is cool if you play with all these durations.
Oh my goodness. And when we talk about Pirate here shortly, some of the duration cards are really great next turn, but maybe not right now. So
Yeah.
using Sailor, comboing with that is so cool.
Yeah, but also that +2, and you can trash, and you don't even have to trash a card from your hand. A lot of the cards that make you trash cards are musts.
Yes.
And so this one, at the beginning of the game, trash a card every time. And at the end, you're like, whatever, it's still +2. Mm-hmm. Sailor is a great card. Tide Pools, I feel like I've seen this card before. +3 cards in action at starting next turn, discard 2. You're like, this is like a loan.
Yeah, it's getting a big benefit now to hurt yourself, potentially too big later. I think that's I'm cautious. I haven't really played with Tide Pool
I don't
much
love
because
Tide Pools.
I don't like the idea of discarding 2 out of my hand of 5. Plus, if you suffer an attack in between your turn, if you're down to 3 cards, this says discard 2 cards. I don't know. Too risky for me.
Corsair, +2, and at the start of your next turn, you get a card. And until then, each other player trash the first silver or gold they play each turn. Now, this is very similar to the pirate ship a little bit.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a combo. We got pirate and Corsair. The Corsair doesn't bother me as much because I could just not play them. Mm-hmm. You're not making me. I hate what's the Saboteur or whatever that made you lose or Swindler, one of those two made you lose silvers and gold. I don't like that. Here, you're going to lose it, but I can be like, well, you know what? I don't care if I lose it because I really want to buy this card.
Yeah.
If I really want to. Otherwise, I can go, I just won't play it this turn.
It gives you some agency as the person who was attacked, and I think that that's a good call.
That being said, I wouldn't buy it because I don't think the good benefits, it's only about annoying other people.
Yeah.
The +2 money and draw a card is not worth it for me for 5. I'd rather buy another 5 card.
I suppose. It's +1 card at the start of your next turn, which is neat. So, yeah, it's okay. I really like this next one.
As I say, I bet Pirate's in one of your top cards.
Oh my gosh, I love this. At the start of your next turn, gain a treasure costing up to 6 in hand.
I know. Okay, and if someone else gains a treasure, which there's a good chance they will, you can play it immediately. So normally you have to play it, wait a whole turn, and then get the card. Who cares? But if you can play it, if you draw it, if I draw it on my turn and then Chris buys a silver, next turn I got a gold.
It's so cool. And then you can combo this with Sailor, anything that lets you kind of play things out of turn like that. I like those effects a lot. This is one of my favorite new cards in any of the sets. This is one of my favorite cards, I guess I should say.
That's what I thought. I know you really like it. I like it too. I like it too because it is a card that other players are like, oh man, he might play a pirate. It doesn't affect me, except I don't like you getting something good.
Right.
I'm like, oh, you're a better pirate than I am. And then the Sea Witch takes the place of the other witch, which just gives everyone else a curse.
And then it's a Sifter. Start of next turn, draw 2, discard 2. Those cards are okay. That's like Wharf from the
Yeah,
original.
but this is, even without everyone else getting a curse, drawing 2 cards now, and then next turn, this is better to me than the one that's right above it, the
Tide Pools,
yes. Tide Pools. I'd rather the Sea Witch any day, and I would pay for the Sea Witch even without everyone else getting a curse.
I like the, and I don't say this all the time, right? But I'm going to compliment the art. That Sea Witch art is really nice, actually. It reminds me of the Lighthouse movie, Robert Eggers movie. Something about the. I like the aesthetics of the Seaside set.
I don't
for
like the art of that pirate card either.
Yeah, no, there's some very good ones in here.
Tide Pools. Whoops. Well, all cards just disappeared. But
okay, well, that's
just
what
assume
happens.
they were good. They're back.
No, I think that they're good in this set. And the first edition Seaside covers was one of my favorite. Was probably the best Dominion cover. So I like the aesthetic. I like the setting of this one a lot. I like the theme of the duration cards. I think this is a very nice improvement.
Seaside is my second favorite expansion for Dominion. My favorite is Prosperity. Seaside's my second favorite. This makes it better. This one, more so than any other, took out 8 cards that there's 1 or 2 I'm like, I like them. But the 9 cards they added, for the most part, I really like them, and more duration is a good thing. Now, you can have too much duration if you're playing all Seaside.
Yeah.
There's a lot of duration effects, especially if you mix them with the duration that's already in there. But I was very pleased to see they got rid of none of the orange cards.
Yeah, no, I think this is a home run. This is a fantastic set, and I think that this is a set that's grown on me over time. When I first played Seaside, I thought like, it's hard to remember which durations are played out, which ones stay out longer and stuff.
I still think it wouldn't be bad if they had a next turn tile.
Maybe, right? But man, my estimation of this expansion has grown a lot in general, and like you said, I don't think any of these sacrifices are bad. I like this.
It's a 9 for me. I really like it. It's a lot of fun.
It's a 9.5 for me. I think this is, a super quality expansion. Whether you have a lot or don't have them, any edition of Seaside that you find, I think you should get it if you like Dominion. But this one, the second edition, amazing.
Well, there you go. That is Dominion Seaside second edition. I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Chris Yee.
Arrr.